Hello, my dear viewers and listeners. I hope you are doing great and having good health. And this is Fahad Hussain. So, in this video, I'm going to explain the second creative questions of physics, SSC level physics, chapter 1 about physical quantities and measurement. In my previous video, I have solved one STEM and creative questions and 4 questions. So right now, this is the second creative questions, this is the STEM, and these are a bunch of questions that we need to solve. So this type of question is very common in your question paper. You might seen it when you solve your test papers. So let's see, the question is that to measure the diameter of a sphere, someone takes a slide calipers with 0.05 millimeter. So now we need to know that vernier constant is given. So VC is 0.05 millimeter is given. Now we look about the unit. This is very important. So why it's important? Because in the second line that is written, the diameter should be measured by the whole. While measuring it, it's found that main scale reading is 10 centimeter. So you know that the main scale reading is given in centimeter while it's given in millimeter. So we need to change it. We need to change millimeter to centimeter by dividing it 10. So if you divide it, it will be 0.005 centimeter. So the main scale reading is centimeter and the vernier constant we get into same unit. So the vernier superimposition is 10, which is V, is also 10 is given. So I hope you know what is vernier superimposition is, or vernier coincidence is. The mass of the sphere is given, which is 1.5 kilogram, and the density of glycerin is given 1260 kilogram per meter cube. So this amount of data is given in the STEM. So why we are really careful in case of solving the physics question, because it's all about mathematics, and in case of being accurate, we have to be careful. So the first question is, what is vernier constant? You know that vernier constant is actually S by N, where S is the smallest division of a main scale and the number of vernier scale divisions. So it's very simple, and you know the definition of vernier constant is also that the difference between one division of main scale and one division of vernier scale. So what is dimension? We know that the dimension is the power of fundamental quantities in a physical quantity is called the dimension. We know that the dimension of mass is m, the dimension of length or distance or displacement is capital L, and the dimension of time is t. So we know this is the dimension. And also the third question is determine the radius. So we know in my previous video I've already said that when we'll measuring a sphere through the slide calipers, we will measure the diameter of a sphere. So when we'll get diameter, dividing it 2, we will have radius. So at first we can have the diameter or the length through the slide calipers, and the equation is m plus v times vc minus plus minus error. And you know these equations well, so we need to put the data here, where is m is 10 centimeter. So we'll have all the equations in centimeter, plus v is again 10 times this vc is 0.005, and there is no instrumental error, though it's not written. So what we'll get, that dividing it, that 10 times 0.005, which is that, plus 10, that would be 10.05. so that would be 10.05 centimeters. So you got the d. So now the radius is d divided by 2. So if I divide it 2, then we'll have the data of the radius 0.025 centimeter. So this is actually the data, and this is actually the radius, and which is the questions that we asked, the radius of the sphere. And the last question, the D number question, is explain mathematically that will it sink or float in the glycerin. And you know that if a sphere is merged into the liquid, will it sink or will it float? It depends on the density. If the liquid density is greater than the sphere density, then this sphere will float. And if the density of the sphere is greater than the liquid density, it will sink. So now we need to find out density. So how to find the density? We know the density is m by v. So m is kilogram, v is the volume, is meter cube. So the unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. So how to find it? So we need to know what is the volume of the sphere, and the equation is 4 by 3 pi r cube. As it is in centimeter, so we see 4 by 3 times 3.1416 times 5.025 cube, and this is the calculation. So we need to calculate it. So this is times 3.1416 times 4 by 3, and the equation is 531.5. so 531.5 centimeter cube is the volume of the sphere. Now the question is, we need to find the density of the sphere. So it is about m by v, but the question is, it's given in kilogram, but this is in centimeter cube. So we need to convert it into gram. So this is 1500 gram per cc, because the data is given 1260 kilogram per meter cube. If we convert it into gram per cc, it would be 1.26 gram per cc. So similarly here we'll have 1500 by 531.5. so 1500 divided by answer, that would be 2.82 gram per cc, and this is the density of the sphere, and 1.26 is the density of glycerin. So now we know that the sphere density is greater than the liquid density, then we can say it will sink, as because the density of the sphere is greater than the density of glycerin. So you know that this is gram per cc and this is also gram per cc. We just find the similar unit and we got that this one is the greater one, and that is why you got the decision that it will sink. So I hope this type of questions will be very common on your question paper. Whenever you got this type of question, please find out the data and must look at the unit. You must focus on the unit and it should be similar, otherwise this type of calculations might in trouble. So I hope you understand the process and to do it. And of course, do let me know that your feedback and do you really understand the process of doing it, and this type of questions is really common to your paper. So stay well, take care, and I'm coming up with the next videos, chapter 2, which is about motion. And in chapter motion there are a lot of type of questions that we need to solve it very carefully. So see you in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.